welcome back.
Alright, how's it?
That seems to be better.
Cool. Yeah. Love technology. Wish I'd have time to work on my own stuff every now and then. Little Fang.
Work on what?
My own stuff.
Ah,
My own equipment. Always fixing everybody else's shit, you know. Little Fang, what do you wish to do? I'm not quite sure you know what's going on yet, other than Darren's running around like a headless chicken, hollering something about two-headed monsters.
Well, I mean, I feel like she may be young, but she wasn't born yesterday. So if Darren's running, and he's taken a lot of things to the face, she's going to excuse herself and keep an eye out, but like move far enough away that she probably won't get insta-gibbed. Let's see.
Yeah, I can do that, Drake.
So she's gonna move to here. And then to here for 30 feet. That way she's not, oh, whoops, sorry. I was right there, so for 15, sorry, can I go back to where I was standing initially? Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna go to here just so I use my maximum movement and I'm not in Gazik's light because I would prefer to not, to have disadvantage on being hit. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so now that she's used her full movement, she's going to ready an attack if she sees anything. And that'll be her turn.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, we come to Lord Tark of Northgate, king of the goblins under mountain.
Alright. Well, Lord Tark is in some pretty bad shape. He's got several arrows sticking out of his ass.
Yes, he does.
He has backed off. He noticed that Darren fired a crossbow. So Tark is going to pull out a short bow.
I don't see Tark use a short bow very often.
He doesn't.
And he's moving into the light.
Tark is moving into the light. And he's going to ready an act. Because he's never seen these things before. And discretion last week was the better part of it.
Yes, it was.
Or at least the dice said so.
This setting using stealth. You can hear them, but you can't see them because they're around the corner. Like I said there, I think we are, yes we are, at the top of round 13. Darren. Darren.
Yep. Oh, I tried to hit that little thing for some reason. I'll run back up to here.
Alright, you run back up to there. And now you can see both of them. That's a hit. Who are you shooting at? At 6. Yeah.
Yeah, I put 3 bolts into him at this point.
All right.
Hey,
Pew,
Marv,
pew, pew.
Run
Yep.
back away again.
Clean Feet is saying that you're away.
Oh, well, look at there. I lost connection. Now I'm back. You might have to refresh it.
I was just noticing that there was nothing going away. No,
Yep.
it still says you're away.
Well, I can see it over here on mine. I can see the audio levels.
I'm not getting it.
You know what?
I'm not getting any sound to it.
Getting any. Never mind.
Any sound on clean feed? What about
No.
you, Wicked? You and J-Rob, can you hear anything?
I hear nothing on clean feed.
Yours says muted.
I've still got you as a way.
Mine always says muted.
Yeah, so that you don't hear us talking twice, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it also says you're away and not actually there, which usually doesn't say that.
Then
Yeah,
let
that's
me
true.
refresh
That's why I
this.
brought it up. It was odd.
That's just you, brother.
No, we're all odd in our own weird ways.
You're just saying that to make yourself feel better. Stop it.
Fuck you, man.
Fuck you, man.
All right, you're connected now.
All right,
Liam Mac.
cool.
Mixon.
Yeah, I must have had Liam McWhat?
McSniffer.
McSniffer. Liam McSniffer. Sweet. All right. So, we are with Little Fang. Little Miss Fang.
I'm gonna fang it up. Hang on, let's see how much movement I have. Okay, she's gonna step to here. And let's see. Does she recognize what they are?
You would have to give me a history check. Let's see if you've ever seen anything like this before.
Because I'm just assuming they're not aberrations. So,
In books or something like that. Yeah, you're not sure what they are. Two-headed giants. Look like giants with two heads.
Okay. Sounds good. Alright. So she's going to bonus action swap her hunter's mark over there.
Okay.
Okay, there it goes. And then she is going to go ahead. Sorry, 1 second.
What the hell was that?
It's a long morning. Go close my window real quick. Alright, there we go. Now she's gonna use her first attack. Oh, I forgot to do advantage. Sorry. Okay. Got lucky. Or unlucky, but lucky. And then I get my, whoops, Dread Ambusher attack. Um,
Yep, it's dark.
yep. And then get that with the Dread Ambusher damage. And then I get my second attack for my extra attack, which that one gets to use my Hunter's Mark, and then
Tearing them
tanky.
up. Tearing them up.
Okay, and now that she's done that, she's gonna be like she like takes a deep breath, because that's some huge, like, she did a decent amount of damage, so she's really impressed that they managed to survive that. And then she's gonna try to stealthily make her way up north, just in
Okay.
case the other Yazik moves upward. She wants to be able to stay in the darkness.
Let me look and see something here.
What's up?
Oh, shit. Man, I'm about to throw a voice meter across the room if I can get hold of it. No, I was looking to see if they had. Yeah, you're just outside his range of his dark vision. Of course,
Well, he
you're-
wouldn't be able to see me anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, and
All
that's the end of my turn.
All right, dear. Thank you, and Krog.
I see that great goblin running away, or I'm too stupid to know anything.
You're not
I
even
knew
facing that direction.
I knew it. You're getting butt fucked by that goblin.
You're lucky he didn't run by and whack you in the head while you're standing there drilling on yourself. Tark.
Tark sees nothing.
No, and you took no damage last round, and you've taken no damage this round.
Yeah, rage is off.
Rage is off. Rage against the machine, brother.
There, I took it off.
Bulls on parade. All right, what would you like to do?
Tark's gonna look at Gazik and say, Gazik, if I don't make it through this, tell Krog he a coward.
Gee, thanks, but
Tark's gonna move right up to there. And he's gonna ready an action. He's got his short bow out. He's gonna pretend he's going hunting out in the wilderness, even though we're in a dungeon.
Oh. What happens here? Well, only one thing, because he sees you come running up out of the light that's glowing down to the south, and this beast will use everything he's got to get up there on you. But unfortunately, that is all he can do. Gazik Wiseminder.
What was your ready to action part with the bow?
As soon as I saw him, I was gonna pew pew.
Somebody else had. Oh, that was last round. Okay. If you had a pew
Yeah, I
pew,
didn't see
you can
anything
shoot him
either.
as he's running at you, J-Rob.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
If you had a ready
That's
to
why
action.
I was asking.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, okay. I guess I don't get to take.
I thought maybe I had misheard you.
Oh, I didn't hear it at all, so must have been reading
Oh.
something.
That's
I gotta-
I thought he was talking about the dodge.
Oh, that misses.
That misses. You see this thing for the first time come around the corner when you get to here, and it looks at you. One head turns your way, and then the other head turns your way, and it just takes off running straight at you. You pull your bow up, fire, completely miss him. Gazik. Oh yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna take one more
You're gonna take one more what?
one more shot at him because I get 2. Does that hit? That hits? Holy!
That hits. Does Seals of Furby doesn't play it that way. He says no.
Okay.
You get. I'm not sure how that works. I never really paid.
A
For
ready
what?
action,
For readying action?
Yeah,
one
for-
attack.
Just
Okay.
one attack.
Then it doesn't count. Cool.
Okay. All right. So
Sorry,
Gazik moves forward, and Gazik, give me a history check. Yeah. Okay. Yep, two-headed giant. Ugly thing. And you don't like giants, I don't think.
Nope. Giants must die just like the undead must die. We are going to
Hey, Joey!
bonus action cast spiritual
Good to
weapon.
see you, man. All right, let me get your token out here. By the way, if you got a graphic you want me to use for your spiritual weapon, just send it to me.
I have not. We're casting it there, or wherever it fits next to him.
I think you can move that token, can't you?
I can
Yeah.
move it. I'm just saying, like when I cast it, that's where it appears,
Okay.
and it will be that same action, that same bonus action to attack with it. Make sure I got this right.
That's a hit.
And then we're going to use my action to toll the dead on it.
Draw some blood on him. And he fails. Doom. Oh.
Kill them all! Slavers they be.
All right. Ed and 6, who's been peppered with arrows, is pissed. And he goes running this direction. But, holy shit, it takes forever.
What? How
But
did he even know I was there?
he doesn't. He's looking. He probably still doesn't see it because that's as far as he can move. Was that 70 or 80 feet? Where'd he go from? That's only 70 feet. I always forget they can't see you, little thing. He's out here in the hallway looking, but he does see Darren Grove.
So he's probably been blaming me for it.
I would imagine he
Saw it
finishes
pop
his
in, like,
move
3
there.
times.
And we are at the top of the round with Darren Grove.
Run for your wives, Darren.
For your wives?
Yeah.
Got 2.
I'm gonna take a 10 step forward. Here. I'm gonna hit him with that Tanglefoot bag.
Okay, tell me what the Tanglefoot bag does.
He will be incapacitated. He can use his action next turn to break it with like a 10 strength, which is.
We've
nothing
used this
for
once,
him.
right? You used this on something.
Parker Krog. Yeah, he's basically covered in them.
Right. Alright, so you toss this Tanglefoot bag at him. That hits, Does he get a saving throw?
Nope.
No saving throw? Serious?
It's basically a net, but smaller. Has the same kind of rules for a net.
Okay.
He can break it next turn using his action on a, is it a 10? Very easy save.
Now
Very
these
easy.
guys are large. So
Yep,
does
large or smaller.
large or small? Okay. Large, medium, small. Very good. That's what I want to know. So he is incapacitated.
Yeah, he's just gonna make a DC 10 strength check, which for him I think is a roll of a 2 or something like that.
On
But
his
then
turn.
I'm going to use my bonus. Yeah, then I'm going to use my item action to pull a dagger from my offhand and throw it at him, since I did an attack action.
Okay. You hit him.
I actually should have had advantage on that.
Yeah, you should have, because he's incapacitated. Well, does incapacitation?
Yeah, he's restrained.
Yeah. Oh, he's restrained. Incapacitated.
Until,
Well, is he restrained or incapacitated or both?
restrained. So his movement's 0. He gets disadvantage to attack with. We get advantage on attacks to him, and he gets disadvantage versus dexterity saving throws.
Right, so he's not incapacitated, he's restrained. There you go.
But it does give me the ability to use my sneak attack. And I'm gonna run away a little bit.
Alright, Little Fang.
Okay, now that they're a bit closer, Little Fang is going to decide to be a bit more serious about this, and she's going to take a couple steps back.
Trying to get out of range, are you?
Yeah, and then she is going to now use her sharpshooter feat.
Right.
So this is advantage -5 for the first attack. Oh, okay.
That's a hit.
That's lucky. Okay, nice.
But did you get advantage? Yes, you did.
Yeah, I did.
Boffrin? No. Veno didn't get that hug pillow yet.
Fuck you.
So, yeah, you stuck him. Stuck him pretty good. And we're going to stick him some more. Oh, wow.
Okay. And then she's going to move. I'm trying to figure out where we're standing. 20, so it's here. Okay, she's going to move to here. Ooh, okay. So I can barely make that shot. Thankfully, I have sharpshooter, so I can actually hit this. Well, and it being large. If it wasn't a large creature, I wouldn't be able to hit this because it'd be full cover. So she's gonna sharpshooter this one again, or as well.
Yes, that was very nice. That was very nice indeed. Okay.
Okay. So advantage.
You might
-5.
have to. Yeah. Well,
because
yeah.
he's large,
You don't
so I
have.
can hit this.
I forget that you
push
also
extra.
don't have the penalties for cover.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a hit.
And then +10.
Joey,
Shit.
we were just talking about Veno
Still
not
up,
getting
he still
his
has a lot of
hug pillow
pushing
yet.
for the pushing. And that's gonna be her turn.
Awesome. Krog. Yeah.
Krog is waiting for that hug pillow. Eagerly.
All right, Tark.
All right, where do I stand? Where's my face compared to this fucker's face? I mean, am I like
He is. Let's see how tall these things are. What the hell's going on?
tit level, navel level? Where am I at?
Well, you're what, 6'7"? Is that right?
I think so, yeah.
I think these things, Ettins, are about 10 feet tall. So, yeah, you're probably looking at his sternum.
All right.
You're looking at his fat ass belly.
Fenric?
Indeed. All right, Tark is going to just drop his short bow on the ground because this ain't gonna work out for him, and he's gonna pull out his great axe, and as he does, he's going to rage. Once more, he feels the adrenaline rush of the barbarian course through his veins, and he's gonna. Oh shit! He just did.
Yes, he did. Gets into him pretty good. Hits him again. These guys have terrible armor class. Dexterity of 8.
And after the second hit, Tark looks up at this guy and just says, "Fuck you."
Tark's famous combat battle cry.
I think that's my favorite word in general.
Fuck you. He says, well, fuck you too, is what he said. And, let me see here. Okay. Huh, why? There's a trait it has called wakeful. When one head is asleep, the other one is awake. Alright, this thing comes at you. He's got a battle axe in one hand and a morning star in the other.
Hold on just a second. Now go. I'll unequip my shield because I'm not carrying it.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, how honest of you.
I'm just saying.
Oh, battle axe, right hand. Yeah. Minimal damage. Oh, shit. Tark's not in good shape. Morning
Tark's not in good
star. Left hand swings it around and misses you. You just kind of duck.
Does he have anything else?
He doesn't have anything else. That's it.
Then Tark would like to retaliate with his sentinel feet.
How does that work?
Is he able to if he hit you just now?
If they make an attack.
I thought it was if they make attack on someone that's not you, you get to attack.
Yeah, I thought it was somebody else.
Really? Shit, it worked that way
Sentinel.
last time.
No, Sentinels specifically, if they're attacking somebody that is not you, you get to use
Yes.
your reaction to attack them.
Yeah.
And then
Good.
if they tried to.
I thought you were using it
Yeah.
when we were trying to run away. 'Cause
Yeah.
Ah, okay. All right, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
I'm out.
You've been drinking, J-Ro.
Just ignore me.
Alright, well that's all he can do. Gazik.
We're going to bonus action attack with a spiritual weapon.
Oh, there you go. Poke, poke.
Now we're going to ring his bell again.
Ring his
Fucking
bell.
giants. No, we're not. Damn it.
Wow. Yeah, and he had beat a DC 15. Darren. The big one in front, well, they're both huge. The one in front of you has fallen to the ground. You assume from Little Fang, who is somewhere in the darkness behind. You come skating around here. This room is lit up bright. And Tark does not look real good, and he's squared off with the second Etten.
I'm gonna use that inspiration.
Use that inspiration. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
I'll use my item action to ready my crossbow again.
Alright, you're gonna ready your crossbow again.
I got you, Tark.
Alright. And you guys are effectively out of combat. So I can shut off those groaning.
Little thing's gonna angrily run over and bite the Etten on one of its necks.
We'll just go right ahead
Tark
because I
will.
unlocked Tark.
Tark will lean up against the wall and sort of slump down onto the ground.
Now you guys see Tark, and he looks like Pinhead from what was the fucking movie? Pinhead.
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser, except they're just
Yeah.
all in his chest, just sticking out of him all over the place.
Let me
Say
move, let me
we-
move.
say we
Darren?
loot that and
Sorry.
head home for the night.
Wait. Just in case an emergency comes up. Come here. Group huddle. Right here. Both of you, right now.
So, Gazik has led Krog over into the corner.
Me and Tark are
Okay.
gonna square dance through a healing node.
Yeah, I'm gonna square dance heal you guys.
Gazik's gonna start setting up camp here.
Yeah, poor old Krog, guys out there on the stream and gals. Poor old Krog last week was a finger snack for an intellect devourer.
Yeah, I got mine sucked.
He decided to get intimate with a intellect devourer.
Brain puppy.
All right, there we go. All good.
Gazik's gonna set up camp here. He's gonna pull out his tent. He's going to break into the rock to set the pittance, or use pittance as his
You're setting up a tent in the dungeon?
Yep.
Do you feel better now, Darren?
I like it.
Oh, you guys
yeah, I'm
crazy.
also-
Little thing is going to kick Tark over. She's like, you're supposed to say thank you, big idiot.
Thank you.
What's wrong with you? Are you constipated? Just gonna walk backwards.
Tark will go back up and pick up his short bow before following.
Yeah.
Darren, what's wrong with him?
So did the Ettins have anything on them?
Not on them, no.
Was there any loot that
Well,
they dropped?
they've got some great big battle axes and morning stars, but they're pretty crude. But
I'm grabbing the battle axe.
okay, it's about as tall as you are.
Yeah, she's just dragging it behind her.
I'll stash our arching box there over behind that statue. So it should go off if they come up through the stairs or through the tunnel.
Great sound effect, Marv.
This little thing dragging a battle axe through the dungeon. Awesome.
And then she's gonna, once everybody gets inside, she's gonna set it up here at this entrance and take 10 minutes to set up a trap using her Thieves' Tool proficiency and her ropes and stuff.
Oh, are you?
And the DC for the trap would be whatever I roll on my Thieves' Tool roll.
All right. Well, give me a roll on your Thieves' Tool. Not bad. Not bad at all.
As she does that, Tark's gonna walk straight up to Krog and just palm slap the shit out of him.
What are you doing?
He does
Got
nothing.
brain melted.
Why you no fight with us?
Well, I
Oh
think
my
Answer
gosh,
me.
Tark.
even Tark would
Tark?
figure this out now.
Well, remember, he was the one who got brain melted last time, so he doesn't remember what it looks like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
And
Little Fang is
Tark-
going to give him the 2-finger death punch to the butt to get his attention. Krog.
Goodness gracious.
She's gonna say, Tark, that's what you looked like last time when you got your brain chewed on. So just leave him alone. It's not his fault. He's dumber than usual. Go sit in a corner and eat something.
Tark looks at Little Fang and looks back at Krog. Takes an index finger and pokes him in the face and the nose or whatever, and sees that he doesn't react whatsoever.
Maybe a little bit more drool spills out, but that's about it.
And looks at Gazik and Little Fang and says, "Will he be okay?"
I mean, he'll end up just as dumb as you are now, I'm sure.
Then he be okay. All right.
There you go. There you go. Does anybody want some cheese?
Gee.
No? Okay. I'll eat this myself. Fine.
So you guys gonna make camp here, huh?
Yes.
All right. Let me see something.
Just because I was only half paying attention, did y'all actually kill the Etten?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I dealt 50-something damage total.
Good job.
Somebody roll me a 20-sided die, D20 in the tower.
Let's let Krog do it, because he never gets to roll.
Yeah, he's been, AFK the whole time, so
Yep.
I haven't been AFK. I've just been alt-tabbed.
give him something to do.
You, Gazik, when you led Krog over here into the corner, you noticed a discarded old leather satchel laying here on the ground.
Oh, I'd move it out of the way. Just put the tent down. Tent comes first. After that, I'll toss the satchel at Little Fang so she can investigate it.
Why do you guys keep giving me stuff to investigate? I have -1 intelligence. Just gonna look at him, just like, what is this?
So I think Krog really
Snacks?
is the brain trust of the party.
Sorry, what?
I think Krog has the highest intelligence in the party.
Yeah, with his whopping 0 at the moment.
Oh,
What's that say about y'all?
I'm a -1 too. So.
TM.
Yes, ma'am.
Littlefang is gonna run back and go grab the second item, and she's going to set up a second trap to the south.
Grab a second item. What second item?
Because she only grabbed one battle axe at a time, right? Because her hands aren't that big. So she's gonna grab the second one to put the second trap here.
Okay. You're making a trap with these battle axes? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, she's using rope.
Basically,
and
just like kind of like if somebody trips on it, it'll knock it over and you'll hear it type thing. So it doesn't really do damage, but it'll alert you. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. What's with the red circle?
That is the barking box we have.
Okay. Very good. All right. Gazik, you found the satchel before these guys even got here. Is it still laying there? Did you pick it up? Did you do something with it?
Oh, Gazik would pick it up.
Oh,
He'd pick it up to set up the tent and everything, and then when everybody got here, he'd toss it at Little Fang. So that she can open it and, die instead of Gazik. I mean, so that she can gingerly inspect it.
Okay.
So she
She's
can
gonna hold
investigate the
it
sack.
and shake the sack. Does anything happen?
Meow, meow.
A lot of things.
Seriously?
No, I'm
when
kidding.
When you shake the sack.
Don't let the cat
Wrong
out of the
sack,
bag.
Tark. Wrong sack. Did she hear anything in it when she
Yeah,
shakes it?
you hear some stuff kind of chinking around in there, and the sound of like sloshing, like a canister of water or liquid or something.
Ooh! And she's gonna open snacks. She opens it up right away.
You open it up, and there's no parcel for this, so if you want to make any of these things for yourself, the first thing that catches your eye when you might be expecting maybe a potion or something is a jar full of eyeballs, and they're floating around in this liquid, solution. And so you pull that out, and then you reach down in there and kind of dig around, and you find maybe it's a scroll. It's something rolled up, but it's not in a scroll case. And then there is a gold necklace. Let me see here, a gold locket with an inlaid portrait of an elven woman worth 75 gold pieces.
Okay, she'll throw the bracelet at Darren where he's laying down on the ground, and she'll give the scroll thing to Gazik, and then she'll open up the jar of pickled eyeballs and share it with Tark.
Yum. Crazy question. Do these eyeballs look at us as we open the jar?
Do they blink?
You just gonna pull one of these eyeballs out and pop it in your mouth.
Eyeballs can't blink, Tark or Krog.
He's
Those are
confusing himself now.
That's eyelids. We share one brain apparently right now.
Littlefang is going to take the cheese, and she's gonna go next to the fire and then melt the cheese onto the eyeballs, and then throw them into Tark's mouth while she's eating more of them. Probably, like anytime he misses and he has to pick them up off the ground, she's gonna stuff like 2 in her mouth.
I'm envisioning that scene from Blues Brothers where one is tossing the roll into the other's mouth from across the table.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm.
Okay.
I will search for that.
So Tark and Littlefang. Let me.
There you go, found it.
Scroll back down here.
Gazik,
and-
did you want some? No? Okay, good.
All right, so you guys start chowing on these eyeballs, covered in melted cheese. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yum.
What do they taste? Do they taste good? Do they taste bad?
Bit salty.
Tell me.
Salty
No,
cheese.
not salty at
Yeah.
all. They've got
Good.
almost a sickly sweet flavor to them.
Ah,
Ooh, and then they have a little bit of the gush in the middle. Nice.
little jelly. Yeah.
they're like gushers, but not fruit flavor.
After 4 or 5 of them, you're like, something might not be right here.
Am I drunk?
No.
Can Littlefang medicine check herself?
Yes, you can medicine check yourself.
Do I need to make a constitution?
You guys already have.
Nice.
We have?
Yes, you have.
I think he forced it.
Oh, okay.
And you just don't feel very good.
So I have no idea what's going on.
Littlefang, you're starting to taste more of a chemical flavor. I mean, these don't taste pickled at all. And you start kind of like, what is that
It's like
sweet?
formaldehyde.
And what is that sweet taste? And you pop a couple more, and you're like, I don't know. It's kind of okay. It's kind of like that dog that finds a puddle of antifreeze, you know.
Wait.
Yeah, and then you look
Pretty
over.
sure.
You look over at Tark, and Tark is not looking good at all.
Huh.
I just put that on the wrong person. Oh, I'm sorry, Darren. No, I didn't. I got that on. Yeah.
No, you have Darren selected, but you also have Tark. You have Tark selected from Darren, so you applied the poison from Darren.
Well, that's funny. I just dropped it right onto his Tark's portrait.
It's because it's Darren's turn in the combat tracker.
Oh, I see. I see.
Clear initiative and it won't
Well,
do that.
Yep. I could do that. All right. There we go. Okay, so you guys are going to camp, so the poison doesn't really, it's not that bad. But Tark, you're pretty sure you'll never eat pickled eyeballs again.
I wouldn't count on it.
They taste good at first, but they come back with a vengeance.
Tastes almost like, hey, bless you, Darren. Bless you, bless you. Talk about blowing your eyeballs out. Yeah, so what I will do is give you guys a long rest, and you have found the stairs going down, so that means you're leveling.
What? Level 6?
Leveling, you say?
Yes, not that you descended the. I told Darren, I said, you know, Krog's going to need a rest, and Tark was in pretty bad shape, and we discussed this before the session started, and I said, well, you know, basically going, you know, by milestone leveling, once you find the stairs going down, you level up, so you found them. You just need a long rest, and you're going to get that right now.
So we're now level 6.
I get another favorite enemy and natural explorer improvements. How exciting.
You're now level 6, and Krog, your intelligence is back to 8.
Yay. I am now at a -1 still.
Yeah. Yeah, wizard. Good quality wizard material. So I tell you what, it's a little early, but we'll go ahead and take a break for about 10 minutes and let you guys kind of tinker with your character sheets. Oh gosh, let's get rid of the long rest. So,
Little thing, you're already a tracker, right?
Yeah.
wow.
That's all I need to know.
Wait, you said a tracker?
Yeah, you're pretty good at like hunting things down and all that shit, right?
Depends. It depends, right? Because rangers, it explicitly works a very specific way. So it literally just depends on the environment, on how well I'll be able to track anybody. And also on what the thing also is. So.
Cool.
I'll turn a little bit of background music on there. I want to set the timer for 10 minutes, but you guys can chat away, and I'll leave the stream chat going.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. So you guys can talk about your leveling and whatnot, but I'm going to AFK real quick. I'll be back in a minute.
Well, I think I'm going to take a shield master feat.
Got it, level 6 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, level, okay. I
Fighter.
forgot your class. Yeah.
You a fight or you get a lot more. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm just trying to decide, like, which monsters have been fighting the most of to realistically pick a new favorite enemy for Little Fang. It's not undead, it's not plants, it's not oozes.
We fought a lot
Technically
of
not
goblinoids,
elementals.
but I'm not sure it's worth
No, it's
using
not.
on them.
Yeah, level 2 is going to have something much different, I would think.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I'd say in a dungeon, I'd probably go undead all day. Because we're bound to run into some, and most of them are going to be big bad.
Because I already have aberrations,
Vampires,
so
revenants.
Undead is a good choice, I think.
Demons.
You talking about favorite enemy?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide which one to do.
You know, it
Because I could do
doesn't.
monstrosities or what?
Well, favorite enemy I found in playing with my ranger that, I took naturally orcs and goblins at first level because it was LMOP, Lost Mines, Fandelver. And I found it really doesn't help you much. I mean, you're supposed to
Well,
not.
it does if we're doing survival check tracking, but that's what
Right.
that's the only reason why it came up, because Tark was asking if I do tracking.
Tracking wouldn't help me a lot anyway.
Yeah, I think I want to take the shield master.
And it would also give me advantage on intelligence checks, which would help me a ton if I pick the right thing. Because, like I said, her intelligence isn't, the best.
Fighter get ASI at level 6?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, they get it at 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12, I believe.
Wow. Yeah, Joey, I decided to leave the chat audio live, so.
Yeah, 4th,
Yeah.
6th, 8th. Yeah, 4th, 6th, 8th, 12th, 14th, 16th, 19th.
She's like, wait, we're not playing right now. I just need to remember to say that later.
To look at either other feats you're thinking about upping some stats.
Yeah, Catalyst said actually makes the ranger feel useful in a non-exploratory survival campaign.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I have considered it. I just didn't necessarily want to be overly strong because of the build I'm already doing. So it's kind of, I don't know. Because I feel like Revised Ranger is a bit unbalanced, in my opinion. Like, they just went a bit too far in the right direction, quote unquote.
I stopped leveling my ranger at level 5 and then went cleric. Cleric of nature. Just simply because we had 2 rangers in the group, and one of us, I was getting ready to go rogue, and he decides to go rogue, and I'm like, well shit, because I was going to be a ranger assassin. And so I went cleric, but after level 5 I didn't find enough that the ranger really earned as they leveled beyond 5.
For me, I'm looking forward to level 7 because I get another saving throw proficiency, which will be on my wisdom save. So it'll put my wisdom on 6, I want to say, by that time. So
Hey DM, could you
or 5.
slap that long rest so our hit points
did.
go to?
No, I didn't actually update the thing because we
Yeah.
leveled up after you did the long rest.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I could probably just change it myself, but
Didn't change on my screen. I show you a 65 points.
Oh yeah, no, it didn't bring up our health.
that's weird.
Why? Why wouldn't that have? What's going on here? You guys sure you're not stronger now than you were earlier?
I gained 7 HP, so I'm now at 47 max hit points.
I gain 10, and my max is 65, but my current HP is.
You might want a disco recon then. I'm showing you it on the combat tracker at 65.
Okay, I'll be back.
Excuse me.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey, baby, we missed you.
Mm-hmm.
You are a woman, man. Jeez, you always tell.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it still says 60. It still says 55. I fixed it.
Oh, the HP.
Yes.
Yeah, I had the same issue. I just added some wounds and then took it off, and it was fine.
Well, aren't you just flipping amazing?
Yes, yes, I am.
Hmm.
Just wait until I start playing a wizard.
Oh Lord. I think you should multi-class into a wizard as Krog. That would be entertaining as fuck.
Theoretically, I could.
It would
I don't
take
want.
you a while.
I don't want to hear theoretically. I want you to fucking do it.
It would take a while for him to do it, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, he'd have to raise his intelligence or he couldn't be a wizard.
Yeah. I'd have to
13.
raise it.
Yeah, we got time.
DM,
Mm-hmm.
could I perhaps, in favor of not taking any additional natural explorer locations, could I instead take urban? Since it's not listed as a natural explorer type, but it is a 5e environment type, and then just not take any more natural explorer feats, because we haven't really gone adventuring anywhere, so there isn't really anywhere that she could foreseeably choose as a favored terrain at this point, because we haven't. She's only been in the city.
Are you asking me if you can switch your favorite terrain? I don't care.
No. I get a new favorite terrain on this level up, but because rangers are typically nature focused, so they only have nature terrains to pick from. So I'm asking if I could opt to take urban, right? So just man-made spaces instead, and then not take any other terrains after that to make up for it.
I'm sorry, I still don't think I understand what you're wanting two favorite
So
terrains
urban
now.
is not a. No, urban is not a terrain that is typically in the just player's handbook. I think it's actually in.
No,
I think
it's
it's
actually in
listed for
Xanathar.
It's in
in
Xanathar.
the no.
Or
It's also in the DM's book for when you're looking at the list of traps and mobs, like when they say that you can pick certain types of mobs. It's in there too, I think.
Right, but I think like for the rangers, I think urban's actually literally.
It's not listed in any of them.
Really?
No.
Rip.
So that's why I'm asking if I could take urban instead, because urban is pretty wide in terms of what it could apply to. So I'm saying because it isn't a thing that rangers can select, could I select that and then opt to not have any other additional add-ons?
So you.
Because my next one would be 10th.
I don't know why you
level.
would opt to. I mean, we just make another favorite terrain called urban. Big deal. Why would you?
Okay, I'm just
why would
asking,
you
just
forego
'cause-
your 10th level though? I mean, I wouldn't penalize you for that if that's what you're asking.
Because urban is so wide, is what I was saying.
Not really. Think about this. How many people do you know that I've known people in my life that were inner city raised, and you could put them in Detroit or New York or Mexico City or Hong Kong, and the city means nothing to them, and they know how to get around. You put me in a city, I'm lost. So I don't know why urban wouldn't be an option for a ranger. Although rangers,
I was just looking at it from like an objective.
I know in
balancing
the
standpoint,
historical, D&D and stuff, rangers were like protectors of the wilderness, but anymore it could be, you're just a urban dweller that's great with a bow and tracking through the city and stuff like that. I don't see a problem with it.
Okay.
Because it's also not going to come into play in towns, like little tiny towns or anything like that. So you're looking at your cities or your larger towns that are almost cities. I mean, it's not exactly that wide of a terrain that you're trying to pick. I mean, mountain is a much larger terrain. Plains, swampland, like those are all those go on for thousands of miles. Meanwhile, you're sitting here looking at like maybe 100 miles tops.
Yeah. I just felt because I couldn't like actually pick her like learning any or becoming favorite any of those additional terrains because we basically have only been in Waterdeep and in the sewers. So yeah.
But I literally thought that one of the books. Oh, it's a friggin' UA. It's an urban ranger.
Unearthed
basically.
Arcana.
Yeah.
I knew it was someplace.
It's something
it's not
in
official.
Playtest.
Right.
Yeah, it's in playtest at the moment.
I have Unearthed Arcana, so let me make sure that it's available.
Yeah, and they break it down to metropolis, smaller large city, smaller large town, thorps, hamlets, or villages.
Yeah.
It's available in their little thing. You can open Unearthed Arcana in the library. It makes much more sense that play a ranger. You're great with a bow. You stick to the shadows. You're more like a rogue, but a ranger gives you the abilities you needed to be a very effective, almost assassin.
Yeah, she's like just mostly focused because I wanted like an urban bounty hunter that's good at tracking people.
Right.
So Rogue doesn't necessarily let you do that. Rogue is more about escaping and being the bad guy, and she wants to be Batman. So. Or Darkwing.
She wants to be Batcat?
She's Darkwing Duck and Bat. Oh, I'm gonna call it Batcat. She's just a cat, because cats chase anything that run away. So yeah. Okay, that's cool. I'm loading it.
You know what's funny is I literally went to do this level. I was like, actions, time to add. Oh, that's right. I had that all preset.
You've already added all your next level stuff.
Well, the only thing that happens with my cleric is that I now heal whenever I heal somebody.
Right.
I heal myself, and then I get to add another spell to my memory, like that I have memorized, rather than because I already have access to all my spells. So I'd already put all my spells into my book or into my character sheet, so I could swap them out every time we long rest.
Yeah, the eyeballs, man. That's what I was thinking of when you guys were talking about tossing the eyeballs in Tark's mouth. I was thinking of the Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how we described it.
I like to see that right there. St. Louis Blues, 3-1. It's the only sports team I'll talk about on here. Yeah. You guys there? I lose you?
Nobody here but us chickens.
You start talking about sports and our eyes glazed over.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm a hockey freak though. I'll say I'm sporting my Blues, man. Got my Blues jersey on. Been waiting 52 years for the Stanley Cup. Got it last year. All right, anyway, to keep the eyes from glazing over, Little Fang.
Yeah, I didn't find either of them in there. Sorry.
Really?
Go ahead.
All right,
Yeah.
hang on. I gotta check D&D Beyond this.
I just put in urban, is just what I wrote down. I checked both the DM one and the player one. And Ranger doesn't have anything in either one.
Well, I'll be damned.
You know what this means? It means I need to take Dungeon Delver for my next feat.
You know where it is? It's in Acquisitions
Where?
Incorporated.
Ah.
Yep, Ranger. As a ranger who spends part of your time in urban settings, you quickly learn to seek out the companionship of some of the many beasts that inhabit those settings. So there's some stuff in Acquisitions Incorporated, which is newly released from WotC or whoever. And that's twice today. Somebody asked me if I had that, so maybe I need to get it. Cool. Okay. You guys still working on your characters?
Yeah, I don't have anything I can't play and do at the same time because I'm just looking over monsters that aren't goblins. Since the little thing technically doesn't she doesn't hate them. She just thinks they're smelly and stupid.
Remind you of anyone?
Yeah, it's two brothers that just won't die. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let me do some window management here. All right. So actually the night passed. But in the morning, Darren, all you guys hear the barking box start yipping.
Oh, what's that noise? Shut it up. It hurt Kroghead.
Hey, you guys, I have a question. Have you guys been hearing people talk in your head?
No. I guess it's gonna cast light now that the barking box is going off. Move out to invest.
Tark opens his eyes and apparently his pupils have changed. Now his eyes kind of look more of the perfectly round, circular pupil and iris of an eagle.
What's wrong with your face, ugly? She walks by.
And he watches her walk down the hallway. Because now he can see up to a mile away. According to... Of course, a wall's going to get in the way eventually, so fuck
Wow,
that.
stop staring at my hair follicles.
Guessing, you move forward, the barking box is getting louder and louder, and you get about to this point, and you see a couple of goblins standing there, and turn him on.
Tark gooses Krog as he goes by and says, Good to see you're back, brother.
Brother.
Talk quiet or Krog head hurt.
And they're just looking down here at this box, kind of poking it.
I'm
That
gonna
seems like
move
a
up
very
a little
common-
bit.
One of them stops, turns around when the light starts lighting the area up, and he looks at you and he goes, "Hey, what are you about?" "He's a big one. He's a big one, Bibble."
The king demands your attention. He's gonna point behind him to where Tark had been.
The king. Oh, I don't know what king you talk about.
Stealth up around the other side of the statue.
That's fine. I'm gonna retrieve my box now.
Your box. No, we found it.
I placed it.
Up. Up, up. Growing. He just put it in his pocket. You see that these guys have, like, this, think of a commando type ammunition belt going across their chest. Like this.
Bandolier.
Yeah, bandolier, thank you. And it's got,
Sticking bandolier.
but it's got all of these skulls hanging off of it. Some of them are broken, but just all over them, just these skulls hanging everywhere.
You said they put it in their pocket?
No, you put it in your. He said
Oh, okay.
he was saying
so they
that.
allowed me to retrieve.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not reaching for weapons or anything.
All right. In that case, Gazik's gonna turn the box off.
Okay.
He's gonna start walking away.
Taking his light with him.
Yep.
And then they turn around and they see Tark and Krog, and they're like, "Oh, what are you about?" "Oh, what are you about?"
I do recognize these fucks.
Do you recognize them? No.
Oh, I don't. Okay, so that accent is not. Okay.
No. Actually, they're more kind of like Patty, Patty type goblins, Yeah.
These little fuckers are loud. You want to kill them, Tark?
Yes.
No. I say no.
Tark charges.
Glowin says, "I say no." And they both say, No. Are you serious?
Tark charges. Yeah, he's pissed him off. Yeah. He's pissed. He doesn't like goblins at this point. He's attacking.
All right. We need to roll initiative first.
Krog's going to run up and attack too. I think he still has his cursed weapon still stuck in his hand.
And I'm apparently still poisoned, so I have disadvantage on my roll.
You should not be poisoned anymore. Let me find that.
Would you like me to roll again or keep that?
Let's see. What do you have right now? You've got a not very good. You got a 3. So roll again. We'll. Yeah, just roll again. There. You get to go in front of Pibble. All right. We start with Darren.
You want to lock Hogan?
Yeah, Krog hates goblins at this point. He's been betrayed, and he's not happy.
Krog or Tark?
I get you and I both confused now for some reason.
Yeah, I've noticed that last few sessions.
I don't know. Something's not right with me today. Maybe I had a stroke. I'm not sure.
Oh no.
Did you get into my stash, man? So you're the one that's been sneaking into my stash, huh?
Apparently from like 500 miles away.
Yeah.
You hit him.
Damien running around the statue the other side, slipping behind the goblin, tailing right through the back of the head.
Pibble looks over with fear in his eyes and just urinates all over the floor from underneath his loincloth. And his knees are knocking together, and all of the skulls are rattling around on him all over the place.
Give him a little wink as I end my turn.
Yeah, he does nothing. Little fun. You just heard a goblin scream for his life, and another one just shaking. You can't hear him, but yeah.
She's like, what's going on, you guys?
You see Darren come running around this column. He's got his whatever blade in his hand.
Well, since Darren hit them, I guess that means it's okay for Littlefang to hit him. Is
Oh, is that how it works?
the logic that she's... Well, I mean, they're goblins. She's a cat. It was
They're
meant to happen,
playthings. They're playthings to her.
basically. Yeah, so then she's going to go with her attack from the darkness. Wait,
Wow.
that was an accident.
You had yourself.
Was it?
I
Yeah.
think I lagged, so like when I clicked it didn't show up. I tried clicking again, and then anyway.
I thought the name of that
see.
goblin was Pimple, not Pibble.
It's Pibble and Groin. Man.
Wait, she can shoot through solid wall?
Yes.
Oh, was that a wall? Sorry, she would have walked down this way. I can't tell, okay?
The result is the same.
I walk into the walls sometimes. Alright. Well, and again, you guys are out of combat.
Tark stands there disappointed for a moment.
I know, right?
But since he has his great axe out, he's going to chop both their fucking heads off. He's going to pull off that bandolier, strap it to his chest, and start putting goblin heads on his.
Littlefang's just gonna quietly say, like, who hurt you?
Betrayal is a bitch.
Yeah, that's how I feel every single time I look at you.
You know, let's not do goblin heads. Let's do goblin ears. That just makes a lot more sense.
So you're going to keep the skulls on the
Plot wire.
bandoliers,
But
but
just
you're
start adding.
Oh my god.
I'm going to start adding ears. Yeah.
Drake, thanks for the cheer bits, man. Thank you very much. He must have liked that. You're going to start doing goblin ears. That's disgusting. Eating eyeballs, and now you're wearing goblin ears. Okay.
Is that too dark? Because I know
No, it's not.
there's a dark connotation to that. I mean, if you guys aren't okay with it,
I don't know what you could mean.
Doesn't do anything to me.
What?
not a thing. Just
Goblin ears.
I take. Sorry.
Okay, so you guys are out of combat. Picked up the box.
Gazik's busying himself cleaning up the campsite,
Yes.
getting the tent back.
Fuck him indeed.
Fuck him and feed him fish heads. So Gazet cleans things up. All right, you guys spend some time. Just walk up and cold-bloodedly murder these two goblins
Gobos.
and took their shit. You want their crusty old loincloths and their rusty weapons too?
Nope. Nope, just taking that bandolier. Because that looks like a cool idea to Tark.
There, I unlocked the tokens. You guys do what you want.
I'm gonna do a little investigating. What kind of skulls are on this bandolier? What have these goblins been hunting?
A couple of them still got meat hanging off of them. Some of them are, like I said, bits and pieces, but it just looks like they're just skull hunters. Looks like, a lot of them are probably too old for these goblins to have killed them themselves.
Liars. Okay.
Yes. And I'm always clicking on the wrong damn thing. Let me see here.
And by the way, Marv, that perception check for me was looking out for more praying puppies.
Praying puppies. Oh,
Brain
brain puppies. Yep. Nope, you don't see anything. Pibble and Groin. Two argumentative goblins with no affiliations of note are scouring the dungeon for intact skulls to claim as trophies. Their constant bickering can be heard up to 60 feet away. That didn't happen because the barking box.
Barking box.
Yep. They flee when confronted by adventurers.
In some version of this, they
Yep.
were very smart.
Yep. Yes, so anyway, poor old Pibble and Groin.
Pimple and growing.
Dark pisses on the now dead and earless goblins. All right, so you hear from far below you as you stand here by this stairwell a kind of a sound like a if you could hear that.
Yep.
But it's way far away, very distant.
I want to. How much work have I done on this hammer of this statue? How close did I get?
Probably not very far. You can tell from what you have done that you would probably be here many days trying to chisel this hammer out of here with a piton. And,
Darren, you got any more of that acid?
he really wants this fucking stone hammer. Tell you what, I'm going to set a DC check here for strength, which would be athletics or whatever. All right. So roll me an athletics check.
Oh, Gazek has to be smart about this.
Oh, he wants to use his smarts to chisel the hammer out.
No, he's gonna use guidance.
Oh, he's gonna pray for some guidance. Ilmater, help me part this stone dwarf from his weapon. So, Gazek, somehow you must have some knowledge about stonework or something, and you find the right seams, and this was the DC you had to beat. And that's what you rolled.
Probably because of the D4.
Nope, the D4 gave you +1.
Oh,
You beat it
nice.
anyway.
Okay.
Ilmater said, you got this.
Nice. I got a stone hammer. Granite hammer.
Yep, and it weighs about 150 pounds. What are you gonna do
Should
with
be easy for Gazek.
it? Fantasy Grounds College in the house. Hello, Leroon. Good evening, sir. How are you?
He's gonna give Tark the hammer. Or brain puppies.
Gonna give Tark the hammer.
For brain puppies.
You got a 150-pound stone hammer here, Tark.
Yep, he hands it to me, and I can't carry anything. I'm way over limit.
He keeps getting
I
winded,
can
and I
lift
have
it.
to stop all the time.
I can possibly drag it, but I can't carry it. Grog, maybe you carry. With all the extra weight used to carry, this should be easy.
Screw you, Tark.
Oh.
Anybody else hear that?
Go investigate.
Slide hammer downstairs, let it fall, see who it hits.
Good idea.
You go first, Tark.
Tark's eagle eyes scan the area this time around. Do I know how to get down to the second level? I'm assuming that's where we're going.
I don't know if Darren took off, though. Darren took off. He's standing over at the edge of Gazik's torchlight. Or whatever
Not
light
on
it
the
is.
stairs of the 120.
Krog follow.
So there's a flight of stairs go down. It goes to a landing. Goes down again. Goes to a wall.
Tark will drag that hammer over.
Dragging the hammer along with him.
Yeah.
Is it possible for Little Fang to check the area for traps first?
Yeah, you can check for traps.
Thanks.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Gazik's gonna follow behind Darren at this point in time. I know. But I got an impatient one.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see.
Tark will pull out his retractable rod, his pole, and start like poking around on the steps and shit, like 10 feet away from him, making his way up to the steps at least. He'll start with the first step on his side, while Little Fang checks for traps.
Okay. Little Fang. Checking for
Yes.
traps with what? Thieves' tools?
Yeah, her Thieves' Tool proficiency, but she's also using her eyes.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
Since she has dark vision, she can see all the way down there, so.
You see no traps here.
Okay, just to be safe, she's gonna crawl up onto the wall and like make her way along the edge here as she's trekking for traps in the hallway. So she's like hanging horizontally on the wall.
Staying out of
Yeah.
the middle of the... I'm going to do something here. Are you going to continue down the stairs like this, in this fashion, just check in for traps and continue down?
Yeah.
All right,
But she's also like listening too, just for the sound.
Well, you keep hearing that, and every now and then you kind of hear...
Does she smell anything?
No.
Sound like something falling down steps.
It's still
And
quite a
she's
ways
looking.
away. It's like echoing up through this.
She'll get to
stairway.
about here, keep checking. And she's
Crotch
not
is-
seeing any signs of any apparitions or undead, I'm assuming.
No.
Crotch is gonna run up the corner and look down at.
Tark is making his way slowly down the steps.
You know,
Poking,
it's
poking.
almost as if like you've never had your brains eaten for running, ahead before Krog. I'm shook.
So, Krog, from this point, you can see that the stairs continue down a long shaft, long stairwell, and goes down, another several flights and ends at the bottom and goes off into a hallway. And you can hear that very faint tapping sound.
Well, don't sound like brain puppy.
And you guys all got dark vision, so you're okay because Gazik's back there with the torchlight.
Yeah,
Well, my sword is glowing.
Yep.
I can see a mile away. So, do I see?
You can see a mile away. I can
According to-
see 4 miles and...
According to the aspect of the beast, yeah. Got eagle.
Aspect of the beast. Eagle vision. Oh. You guys might want to fill me in on some of the stuff you took here with your... because I obviously wasn't paying attention. So, yeah, that's what you see. And I will now do... And I'm drawing a blank.
Looking forward to Unity.
Drag all tokens onto the map. Here we go.
Ah, new map.
Okay, easy, closey, all the mappy. Damn, I can see far.
Tapping gets louder and louder.
Hey, who make tapping sound? Krog yells down the hallway.
It echoes. It echoes down through
Tark
this.
face. Tark face palms.
Face palms.
It's like, quiet.
What?
Trying to get this map worked out here on both my screens. All right.
Tark looks over at Gazik and says, "Wish I'd brought hammer. Drop it on Krog right now."
So you left the hammer at the top of the stairs?
Yeah, because I took my retractable rod out to check where I'm stepping. Yeah, I can't really carry it. I mean, it would be over my weight that I could carry.
I think Little Fang could probably, that's a little bit farther than... Yep, about 120 feet. Okay. Yep, the tapping gets louder. Sounds more like banging.
Would this sound like somebody forging something on an anvil?
It doesn't sound like metal on metal or anything.
What'd it sound like?
Sounds like two elves getting it on.
No, you've probably heard this sound plenty of times in the year's service. Yeah, you guys have all heard this fixing up Troll Skull Manor and stuff, but it sounds like somebody hammering on something. Actually, a couple a few people hammering on something.
Sound like they building something.
Maybe we tear it down.
Let's burn it.
Oh God.
And
That's tomorrow night's campaign, Vin.
you don't want to bring Shannon into this camp.
Sorry, I was channeling my inner Taylor.
Yeah. I want to burn it.
Well, since I can hear something that I recognize, I'm going to attempt to sneak down the steps.
Okay.
Just before Kara goes down the steps, Tark will poke him in the butthole with the retractable rod. Or the retractable pole.
Frog farts.
You poke him in the butt. So,
Frog farts.
surprise. How would that, I don't know. He rolled pretty good, though, so. Krog's kind of creeping down the stairs. Every now and then you hear his armor rattle, but he's being pretty quiet for the way he normally is. Krog?
Yes?
Give me a perception roll. Yeah, you definitely are starting to hear voices. Lots of high-pitched voices, and then it fades, and then it gets louder, and then it fades, and then it gets louder, and then it fades. Like conversations going on or something.
Can I pick out any one conversation or anything?
No, not from where you're at, huh? You can just barely hear the voices when the banging stops every now and then.
We'll continue to creep forward towards what I'm assuming is an opening I can see.
Yep, you can see to there now.
I'm gonna creep down to the corner and peek around.
Okay, you peek around the corner. And give me just a moment here. You see trash and litter all over the floor of this room. And the walls have bas reliefs on them. Probably one time depicted dwarves carrying supplies, but their faces have been chipped away and replaced with cartoonish goblin heads drawn in charcoal. And the banging and definitely voices now, and you can hear the squeaky pitched voices of goblins, and lots of them.
I'm going to use my ring to send a message to Tark. Hey, found more goblin subjects for Tark.
You found more goblin subjects for Tark. I see.
I think I have just the thing to take care of this. I'm gonna go all stealthy and sneak around the corner, see if I can't catch sight of them.
Just poking as I make my way down the hallway.
Darren, you can see a long hall going off in the distance. You got 120 feet.
I make no noise when
Do I?
I said I make no noise as I'm running up ahead and peeking around the corner. Is that the boots of Elvenkind?
That's a what?
DM.
Hang on a
The
second.
boots of Elvenkind.
Boots of Elvenkind. Okay. Yep, you're pretty quiet. Go ahead, J-Rob.
Do I see anything to the south?
To the south of here? Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, the hall continues on and then turns to your right.
No, that's cool. I just
But all the noise you hear is coming from the direction where these two have went. Darren, you get here, and you can kind of see a little bit off to your right. It's be hard to from where you're at.
So I'm gonna follow the wall and then just kind of peek my head around the corner.
You peek your head around a corner and you can see into a very large room.
Does it seem to be where the noise is coming from?
That's where the voices are coming from. The hammering's coming from the north up the end of that long hallway you were just in. But as you peek out here, you see, probably 100 goblins. But you also see some half elves. You see a dwarf. Some humans scattered amongst the goblins, and it looks like a market, like a big bazaar. They're buying and selling and trading goods in here.
Oh. The people I see passing, do they have any sort of identifying mark? Like, are they wearing snakes or, eyeballs or anything like that?
Not that you can see from here. Yep, not that you can see from here.
In that case, I'm just gonna pop out and confidently walk right into the room like I own the place.
Krog's going to continue to follow the hammering to the north.
It's a well-lit room. And as I said, there are let me do this first. People everywhere. I mean, it's a market. They're not really paying you a bit of attention. In this monstrous market, there's, I don't know, could be 100 goblins and a handful of other races mixed in with them. A bunch of them are guards. Yeah. At the far end of the room to the north, you see a large raised dais, and there is a throne on top of it.
I'm trying to blend into the crowd, start working my way around, checking out the.
All of a sudden,
got for
every
sale.
head turns your direction. But then you take a step to the south, and their heads don't follow you, their gazes don't follow you, but you look behind you, and you can see that Gazik has stepped out. Gazik, you easily tower over everyone in this room. This isn't like Waterdeep. The tallest person in here is probably a half-elf, about 6 foot tall. And then here comes Tark. Everybody kind of looks up, and they look at Gazik in wonderment for a
Cut
moment.
out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what were you saying?
They look at Gazik kind of in wonderment for a moment, but then everybody turns around and goes back to their business. Krog, you step into this room, and you see that there's some goblins, and it looks like they're building. Well, it looks like a stage. Walls in here about 20 feet high, but there are 7 goblins, and 3 of them are over here hammering nails into some old rickety boards. It looks like something that a goblin would build. And then you can see 4 others, and they're standing in the middle of the room, and they're passing around this piece of parchment. And they kind of turn it up one way, and then they turn it around the other way, like they're trying to figure out how to read it.
Go step into the room a bit and say, "What you doing, guys?"
Huh? He says, huh? And he looks at you, he goes, well, we're trying to build the auction hall. Put my best Drake Goblin voice on. Yeah, we're trying to build the auction hall.
Krog nods approvingly. Good work, fellas. Keep it up. And Krog will just continue on. What's down here?
Let's see. Here we go. Here's the hammer and the nails. Auction hall. Let me turn this shit down. And what's down there? You look in this room. It's kind of an odd-shaped chamber. And you see 4 iron gibbets hang
Gibbets?
from gibbets hang from chains hooked to the 10-foot high ceiling. The gibbets are empty, except for one holds a wailing goblin. And give me a perception roll. Oh yeah, it's a she goblin. And
a she goblin?
Yep, and she's hanging in this basket, this cage from chains hooked to the 10-foot high ceiling. You, she says. She sees you. Come, yeah, for some food, please, some food.
Krog will look around the room, make sure there's no guards.
There's nobody here. Goblins outside building a stage.
And I will give her one of my rations.
She grabs it like an animal and just starts devouring this tack. Crumbs falling away. And she's looking at you, and she's looking at you. She keeps chewing. This old dried beef. She finally pauses for a moment, and she smiles at you. And then she kind of composes herself. Swallows the last few morsels that are in her mouth. You might help, Glom?
Help Glom do what?
Help Glom get out of here.
What Glom do?
I was just hungry. I took some food.
Well, that's not much of a crime.
I was so hungry.
I'm assuming the cage is locked.
Yep.
Be right back with friend who can open cage. And I will go back down to where saw the others go before I went on and looked at Little Fang.
Yep, Little Fang you can see down there. Crowd comes popping through the walls.
Oh, he went down the hallway.
On my map, you just walk through the walls.
Yeah. Little Tooth found little hungry friend that needs help.
Cool, go help them.
Need your specialties in Cage.
Okay, are you paying me?
Krog will pay in hugs.
I suddenly don't know how to use my hands. I'm just gonna move over here.
Fine. And he'll pull out 1 gold piece and give it to her.
She'll throw it back at him. She's like, she put up like a. She'll start looking at her hands. She's like, 100.
20.
Clearly, you don't love your friend that much.
Maybe our new friend help us down here. Ever think of that little tooth?
Cool. I've never met anything I couldn't shoot to death. But you could also ask Darren. Maybe he'd be willing to do it for 20 gold.
Maybe Darren do it for free.
Or that.
And he'll just stomp away from little tooth.
Littlefang will continue keeping watch up here, like just keeping an eye on everything.
That's just people everywhere hawking, trading, buying.
Yeah, she's just like absorbing the flow of the people and keeping eyes out and like trying to identify the different races and stuff, making sure if she sees any like undead going around here, just
No
the normal
undead.
stuff.
No undead. These are all living people.
Well,
Right
I mean,
now.
she's paranoid.
You guys, if you look at the stalls that these vendors are set up in, there's just about any common item you can find here for adventuring. Torches, rations, tack, arrows, all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah, Krog runs after Darren as he's walking around. Darren, find hungry friend that need help. Little Tooth is being mean and not help.
Turns and holds out the rest of the jerky he's chewing on. There you go.
No, little hungry friend trapped in cage.
Well, there's usually a reason they put people in cages.
She tried to steal food. That not right. She's still because she hungry.
Well, I see your concern. Maybe we should check things out here first. I'm sure they're gonna get very angry when we let her out.
We protect her
Show
though.
me where she is. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, and since Krog wouldn't know that there's actually a passage through here, he's going to walk all the way around through the building of the auction house and such. Show Darren where she is.
Well, my phone. I wanted to take a peek at the up on the dais here. Is there anybody like sitting up there? Somebody seems
Nope.
to be ruling this.
No, but there are several large armed bugbears standing around the room. Fairly well armored compared to bugbears you've seen in the past. See, where'd you go, Darren? Oh, you guys went back in there. Okay.
Yeah, we went back the way I originally came in because I have no idea that these rooms are.
Yep. Yeah.
So are there any guards actually watching her?
Nope.
Well, I'll help him take the lock real quick then.
Yay! Told you, friend Darren, help. Little Tooth being mean and not help.
I don't know. You can't get it, Darren. It's a pretty decent lock for a bunch of goblins. But then there's, this isn't your typical goblin fair. I mean, there's, other races trading here too.
Gotcha. The big metal cage.
It's it's a round metal gibbet that hangs from a chain.
Gotcha. Crow's nest or whatever.
Hey, what about that acid you used earlier on wall?
It's only helpful for stone.
Let's see. Let's make sure I'm thinking of. Oh, yep. Here we go.
Let me go see what I can do. I'll head out, wander the fair. I'm gonna try to talk to one of the guards, see if he can't point me in the direction of who's in charge here.
Yeah, Krog will follow your.
Dances with Holy shit, Steph! Hello there. Good evening to you.
Wow.
Thanks for the cheer bit. Thank you very, very much. That's choking on that one. I got an emote thanks to Dances with Kobolds. Make a cheer. Sweet. So these guys have wandered into a goblin bazaar on the second level of dungeon the Dungeon of the Mad Mage of Undermountain. Gazik, you get to right here, and several large armed bugbear step up to you and kind of block the entrance to this room.
What back there?
Nobody you got business with.
Gazik's gonna just nod and move on.
So you got a little bit of a look inside that room, I think. Yeah. All right. No haggling for Tark, huh? He just buys the shit.
Yeah, I just buy that shit.
Okay, Krog, Darren. He was not able to pick the lock. Where'd you guys go? You left her?
Nope. I was wondering.
Told her we
have
would
a
come back.
conversation with the guards. See if they can't point me in the direction of somebody in charge.
That would be Yek the Tall.
Well, it seems my friend feels bad for your prisoner over there. We could use somebody to take care of our camp. Perhaps he'd be willing to sell her.
Krog gives Darren a very dirty look.
Oh, I bet she's got a price on her head. You'd have to talk to Yek the Tall.
Perhaps you could take me there. I don't want to just walk up to a guy.
Perhaps I couldn't take you there. You find him down there. And he points in that direction.
As we head out, I'll assure Krog that I have no plans on owning his friend. But it may be more worthwhile to throw gold at this problem rather than cause a disturbance here.
You two, you get to right here, and 4 or 5 well-armed and armored bugbears kind of step in to fill the gap to this room.
Keeping my hands empty, I'll hold them out so they're openly showing them that I'm not armed. Stroll up to them.
Unfortunately,
my friend.
I am armed and I can't drop it. Just FYI.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, my bodyguard. you know, one like me should always have a bodyguard.
You need to put that away.
Can't.
Well, you
The
better.
dungeon is a interesting and confusing place, my friends.
Confusing.
We're working on that problem. He'll stay out here, but I had business with Yak, the Tall.
What business you have with Tall?
I seek to make a purchase. I was told to come and talk to him directly.
One of them turns around and you see him nod his head. And this human comes walking up to you. And he says, what is it you want?
You yick.
I'm not Yek. What do you want with Yek?
Not nearly short enough to be named the Tall. It seems you have a prisoner over there. We're looking for something to take care of our camp while we're out adventuring, and my friend feels badly for her, so I was hoping to pay off her debt and purchase her.
He says, give me a moment.
It's not like you're going to make up the money that's owed with her sitting there in that cage.
He holds his finger up and he turns around and he walks off and he walks up here towards the north. Pretty soon he comes back and motions you into the room.
Yeah, to show Krog, or to show that Krog isn't, trying to attack, he lets his sword arm just hang at his side.
Krog,
You
they...
can wait here, my friend.
Yeah, I started to say, they're not
I'll
going to
be
let you in
fine.
there with this sword. It's just
I'll
not going to
send
happen.
word if I need you.
Be careful.
And then
here.
no one
So
see just
funny
how tough they are. I'll give the bugbear a wink as I stroll past him.
You see flickering torches and iron brackets that light the room. There are several bugbears standing around the room at various places. There's a handsome man. He's wearing a gold circlet on his brow. Obviously would be Ek the Tall. He is a rather tall, handsome gentleman. You see him reclining on a mound of cushions at the north end of the room, eating an apple. There are 10 goblins. They lie about on moldy cushions around him. And to the south, chained to the wall, is a male dwarf. He's clad in leather armor, and he's gagged. Copper orange hair. But his beard has been shaved off.
Blasphemy.
Oh, yes. Unless you're daring to no care, but I will stroll right towards the guy.
Well, you're led there by this other human and the bugbears, and you can see Yek all kind of stretched out on this, these nice cushions. He looks up at you and he says, "State your business. Make it fast. Yes, make it fast."
Another man of refinement. I wouldn't expect to meet one as yourself down here.
Yes, I am. I am a man of refinement. Yes, I am, he says.
My friends, they noticed you have a young goblin over there in a cage. We were looking for something to tend our camp. They were hoping maybe to purchase off her debt.
Interesting proposition, I believe. Yes. Everyone has a price. What would you offer for such a fine specimen? He has a very nasally voice. Tends to squeak every now and then.
Oh, I pull out my bag so I can shake it. Say 2 copper. I mean, it is a goblin after all, or 2 platinum. It is a goblin after all. Doubt her cooking will be up to my standards.
If there's 2 platinum in your bag, I'd say there must be 5. Are there 5 platinum in that bag?
Oh, there's well more than 5.
Is there now?
But,
He sits back and his eyebrow
but if
kind of
we're,
raises.
we're talking more money, I mean, perhaps I give you 10, and I take this other one off your hands too to do some heavy lifting.
Which other one?
Oh, nod in the direction of the dwarf chained to the wall.
The dwarf. I don't think that.
Pitiful for his race, but he does look like he could carry my treasure back.
You'd be hard pressed to keep him in your service, I would think.
I am a man of many skills. Throw him in some manacles, I'll take him from there.
You wish to take his manacles off?
No. I wish to put some on him to, just to keep him under control while I lead him out of here. It won't be long and I won't need them anymore.
10 platinum for the little goblin thieving wench and the beardless dwarf. That sounds to me a good deal in any man's market. May I ask your name? Who am I to do business with here at this day?
I'm Darren. I'm new to the area. I wasn't exactly expecting such a market down here. It'd be quite convenient.
Well, we're trying to make it so. By the way, if you need more slaves, once the stage is finished, the market will be fully open to service.
Stage, you say?
Yes, in the auction hall. We're in the process of opening up our very own slave market here.
Ah, well, I could see where that would be quite profitable. I heard the word stage, and as a man of many talents, I do enjoy to perform.
Many talents and many coins. That's quite a man.
Well, the 2 things do tend to go together. I'll con out the platinum for him. Perhaps you can have your men put some chains on him and bring him outside for me.
Are you planning to have some sport with him?
I seem to acquire things. And, I mean, you can't expect one like me to carry them himself. He seems quite sturdy. I'm sure he can do what's needed.
And, he says I'll have them prepared. And we'll meet you outside.
Hand over the platinum to the human he's got standing next to me. Perhaps we shall do business again. Upturn.
I look forward to
Roll
it.
out dramatically.
New customers, especially with ones with heavy purses, we always welcome here. And, let's see, what else does he tell you? It's just the bazaar. Doesn't really have a name. Says we haven't even named it yet. Okay. So you guys gather back out here outside. You gonna fill them in, Darren, on the deal, the art of the deal?
Not yet. I'm going to decide to hold this for now.
I'm gonna pull out your Donald Trump book and ta-da-da.
Well, I'm sure I know enough about Gazik's past at this point. I'm gonna wait
I
to
was about to
inform
say-
them to exactly what's going on here until we're outside.
We did have a bro moment with the entire group of histories.
Yeah. Honestly, it's something well.
Yeah, a bro moment. Is that what it is? Bro moment.
Kind of,
Yep.
something like that.
It was the moment we became family.
I'll continue to browse the stalls, keep an eye on my friends, and wait for them to be readied.
Again, you can find anything of comment. Now, I'll tell you that the prices, if you buy anything here from the market, starting prices are 3 times higher than the player's handbook. But they will buy anything from you at 50% of its value. That's kind of the common trade talk you'll get out of all of them. Now, you may choose to haggle, but
I've got plenty of stuff. I'm more just fitting in and killing time.
you see a couple of
when they're
these
shopping.
big bugbears kind of heading across the middle of the bazaar, and they disappear into this hallway over here. And shortly thereafter, you see him leading this little goblin lady. Got her by the scruff of the neck. They bring her out. They hand her to you.
While they're gone, I'm gonna send a message through the ring to everybody to follow my lead, and I'll fill them in later.
All right.
Trust me.
So you used your message ring. You guys all hear Darren's voice in your head. Follow my lead. I'll fill you in later. And pretty soon you see a couple of the bugbears, and they're dragging this beardless dwarf out with the fiery copper red hair. And I say beardless. There's patches. I mean, was a very rough chop job they did on this guy's beard. And he's yanking his chains and trying to fight these bugbears, and they just basically pick him up off the ground. And he's kicking his little legs, and they carry him out and they drop him at your feet. He's chained at the ankles and the wrists.
Good. Still a little fight in him. I'll kind of give him a little shove with my boot. Nothing to hurt him. Make myself look indifferent.
Gazik, what are we checking here?
To see if Gazik understands how much of an insult that is
Oh, to shave off the
to
beard?
dwarves.
I'd say
Yep.
you understand it's a pretty big insult.
Yeah, you can probably see Tark's mouth kind of curling up into a bit of a snarl.
Now you're doing it.
What?
You're confusing us again.
I did say Tark, did not. I meant
It's
Krog.
infectious. It's infectious.
Oh,
I'll blame
It's
Brad.
electric. Boogie woogie woogie.
it's
I'll blame
electric.
Brad. It's all Brad's fault.
Yeah, Gazik, this place is well lit. You could probably shut your lights off if you guys wanted to.
Well, I guess
Krog,
in
why don't
light
you-
it doesn't show it.
Why don't you collect your friend and I'll deal with this miserable one here.
Krog
Already
will
stand.
go ahead.
Pull the dwarf to his feet.
Krog will do the same with the goblin. Remove any bindings she might have.
Well, when they bring her out, they got her hands, still chained, and one of the bugbears comes over with a big key, sticks it in there, unlocks the chains, kind of kicks her over to you. She looks up and she sees you and she smiles again, real big, recognizing the face of her savior. I don't know how you did it. I don't know, but Glom is thankful. Glom is very thankful. You got a cigarette?
Let me see. You just freed a goblin. Cool.
And she says, she basically tells you that she knows the general layout of the level. Now, she's talking directly to you, Krog. I don't know if you're around anybody or not. But, she doesn't really care about your companions. You're her savior as far as she knows. She can tell you the general layout of this level of Undermountain. She says, I even know the positions of the Xanathar Guild outposts. And the location of the stairs leading down to level 3. If you're of a mind to go all the way to Skullport.
We're near Skullport.
What?
Said we're near Skullport.
Yes. And my sister's calling. I need to take a break. We'll be back in 5 minutes.